Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Bad Guitars Podcast, episode number 69. My name is Andrew.
And my name is Scott.
And this is the annual big episode. Last year, we had to break it down into multiple parts. This is the big NAMM coverage episode.
It is.
Now, we actually didn't go to NAMM. We had thought about it, but...
we thought about it, because it's close to Disney.
Yeah, we were going to take our son to Disneyland, but the whole thing ended up not working out, or maybe next year, so...
No. Well,
yeah, we'll see about it. So I guess we'll just jump on in. For those not familiar, we are a weekly gear news show.
Yes, we are.
Here on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. Otherwise, we are a regular gear, I don't know, demo, review, overall modification thing for guitars.
Talk about news.
All sorts of stuff. So guitar news, guitars, basses, amps, builders, big and small. So yeah, we're gonna jump right into this NAMM coverage.
All right, and
yeah,
before we start, you did promise this was not going to be like a 2 hour.
We're gonna try to keep this a one. I think last year that's what it was. Last year was like a 2 hour episode. We're gonna try to keep this nice and within the 1 hour that we usually hit.
Okay.
And if you notice, we are. Well, actually, I don't think you can see it on me. But
I don't think you can even see it on me.
Yeah, but we are wearing little clip-on Rode mics in addition to using these because we're trying something out for the Kat's been filming reels on her phone.
I've been doing reels.
So we're trying to do a separate thing here where
I've been doing my best.
Yeah,
okay.
We don't want to just have cell phone audio, and it's easier to film the reels. Nobody cares about this, but it's easier to film the reels on her phone where it's already the right size rather than having to resize it from the camera video, because we're not shooting in 4K. Those file sizes are just way too big. We learned that early on. The 4K was just too big of a file size.
It's just a little bit easier to connect the little microphones on my phone.
Yeah.
And then,
So we're trying something new out. And we're going to be doing some other microphone videos for the channel coming up.
All right.
But here we go. Let's jump on in. Benson Amps. They have the Babylon. They have introduced the world's loudest tube amp.
What?
It is 880 watts.
Give me some perspective.
Okay.
What are we talking about here? A
typical loud tube amp might be like 100 watts. So this is 880 watts. Like a Marshall stack, you're usually running about 100 watts.
Like for the stadium?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the Babylon is a limit-pushing 880 watt tube amp featuring a Chimera-style preamp and incredibly musical power section with 14 KT88 tubes and over 75 pounds of transformers. Oh, man.
Okay. How big is this thing?
It looked pretty big at NAMM, the images I was seeing. Let's see. So Babylon was designed in tandem with our transformer winder, Brian Sowers at Sour Sound, with the goal of making a ridiculously powerful and equally good-looking amp. Yeah, so it's massive.
Hold on, is that the way the amp looks, or that's just a picture of the inside?
I think for the sake of doing this, it's just for being like a floor model for NAMM. I don't know if they plan on putting this in an actual cabinet if it goes to production.
Okay.
It does say powerful production tube amp, so it looks like this might be actually available for sale at some point. I think they're just showing the inside for being a display piece for NAMM.
Okay, just clarifying right there.
Yeah, so I don't know what this would... It says contact for more information, so it seems like they are probably going to sell this.
Okay.
Crazy. All right. Next up, we have Mad Professor. We just covered a Mad Professor announcement from last week. So there's another 2 pedals they announced at NAMM, it seems.
Nice.
The Double Moon, and that is an analog chorus, flanger, and vibrato. So it looks like you have a bunch of different modes to choose between. So your choruses, your flangers, vibratos, all sorts of stuff. It looks like, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Looks like maybe 12 options on here. Basic speed control, and then you have depth, tone, and control, which I'm assuming control probably changes based on what mode you're using.
Okay.
And then the Sky Blue Overdrive, which I believe is their Dumble style overdrive. So you have volume, distortion, texture, and Z control. So don't know enough about those yet, but those are a new announcement from NAMM.
Nice.
And then Seymour Duncan. Again, we're not going to have pricing to tell you guys on a lot of this stuff because a lot of this is just announced.
Yeah, we're just going to talk about releases.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now Seymour Duncan has 2 more pedals: the Diamond Head multi-stage distortion and boost,
Okay.
and the Polaron dual modulated 2 to 16 stage analog phase shifter. Good looking pedals. They're both dual foot switch. Start with the Diamond Head. So it looks like you have a foot switch for the boost, foot switch for the distortion. Basic set of controls here. So bass, mid, treble, boost control, your overall level for the distortion side, and gain. And then it looks like you can go from, does it say 9 volt and off? Is that what that says? It says saturation, I believe is what that says.
And on and off.
Yeah, so on and off. I'm not sure exactly what that control does yet. But it seems like that is supposed to be a Plexi and JCM 800 style pedal. So dual Marshall in a box.
I don't know. I'm not going to lie. The Diamond Head makes me a little bit anxious.
Too many options there?
That's too many options for me. It just makes me anxious.
The Polaron also has quite a few options here. Sensitivity, depth, rate, stages, reso. What is this other control here? Tune.
Tune.
And then it looks like you can save up to 4 presets on this thing.
Okay.
So you have your, looks like you can press and hold on the foot switches for dual functionality of some of these knobs. Yeah, I don't know. It looks crazy. So 2 to 16 stages.
Well, there's a price on those.
Is there a price? Let's see.
What are we talking about? Both pedals are $229.
Okay, cool. $229 each. That seems pretty cool for that. And they look really good. I like last year when they put out the Pickup Booster Mini. I thought that was a beautiful looking pedal.
Well, get back. It's $229 each.
Yeah. Yeah, $229 each.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
Okay.
Do you want to move on to this next one?
Yeah.
This one actually was sent to me by Dave Greer. This is, well, he tagged me in their post, and I'd seen a couple things of this prior to him letting me know about it.
Okay.
But
what's that?
So this is the dimension shifter from Casio, and I was really confused about exactly how this works.
Okay.
But essentially you use it with any pedal that has an expression control, and so it's like an expression pedal, but instead you have it hooked up to this like guitar strap attachment. So it seems kind of bulky. The concept is cool, but essentially the pedal part goes on your board and plugs into whatever pedal you're using it to control. And then there's a display that displays exactly like where you would be as far as like on a treadle of an actual like physical expression pedal. Shows you like where you would be as far as how pressed down you would be. But the way it works is similar to the way that like a B bender works on a guitar. So this thing hooks to your guitar strap. It goes in between the guitar and the strap. Okay. And when you pull on it, like pull down, it triggers the expression control. So it's essentially an expression pedal, but you control it from your strap.
Yeah, I see the picture of the guy right there.
Yeah, there's a guy flying through space. And a lot of the videos, my complaint about this is a lot of the videos that they've put out about this so far, there's just music playing. So you don't really know like what's actually happening with the pedal. But it looked like Yvette Young put out a video for, a couple other people have put out videos now. But initially, the first few videos, I was very confused about what this did and how it worked. But yeah, so it's just another expression controller. I don't know the price on this. Let's go to buy now and see.
Be careful
what they gotta say. $299.99. So it's a little pricey for an expression control, but not really. I mean, there are some that are expensive.
Yeah, I've seen some that are more expensive than that.
So
okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to see more about it. Moving on.
Okay.
Surfy Industries. They put out a Surfy Bear model of their spring reverb that is the Beach Boys Pet Sounds edition. So, big spring reverb in a box. Sounds legit like old school Fender spring reverb units.
Okay.
So they put that out, but they also put out something else, and I don't have a picture of it.
What was it, though?
I was watching a 60 Cycle Hum live stream that they were doing while walking around the show.
Okay.
And they have the Surfy Man that they put out last year. We covered that on the show. The Surfy Man is a Fender Dual Showman amp in a box. They put out an attachment for it that is a 200 watt power amp. So before, just the Surfy Man by itself is like the amp in a box, but without the power amp section. It's the preamp. It's got all the sounds of the actual Dual Showman amp.
Okay.
But plugging it into the power amp thing, it actually works as an all-in-one physical preamp and power amp. So you could plug that into a speaker cabinet and you're good to go. You got like a real thing on your pedal board there. So I don't know pricing on any of these yet, but they exist. And then Ernie Ball. Give me 1 second here because I didn't see some of these yet. Okay, so yeah, Papa Het.
Who's Papa Het?
James Hetfield.
Who?
From Metallica.
Oh.
The lead singer of Metallica.
Why Papa Het?
I don't know. They're calling him Papa Het. I've never heard him referred to as Papa Het.
Okay.
So they put out. He's got a signature set of Ernie Ball slinkies now. Actually, I don't know if these are slinkies, but they are Papa Het's hardwired master cores. Signature string sets to be developed with Metallica's James Hetfield over the past decade to meet his demanding performance requirements. The signature set consists of his preferred 11 to 50 gauge combination using thicker paradigm core wire. These are ideal for his aggressive style and technique, offering a heavier sound with extra pitch stability.
Okay.
So it's like a lot of these signature sets that just mix and match different things from different sets. And
wait, how many
like.
signatures did they have now? A NAMM? Because there's another signature right there. Was that a NAMM?
These are the Slash ones.
Okay.
So I believe these are also introducing at NAMM.
Oh.
So Slash signature slinkies. It says this is a culmination of 3 decades of him using Ernie Ball strings. They are 11 to 48s. And also round with the Paradigm core. I've used the Paradigm strings. I think they're good. They're a little expensive, but they're pretty good. So they're plasma-enhanced nickel-plated wire wrap. And the Paradigm plain strings are constructed with a heavier brass. So we've got a mix of brass and nickel plating for his. And then they put out the tape-wound bass strings. These are pretty cool. I'm excited about these. So it looks like they have 3 models. There's the long scale 50 to 105, long scale 60 to 115. There is tape wound short scales, so 60 to 115 for those. And looks like they put the fast pitch clip-on tuner. Will be available in spring 2026. They put out a new capo, a new guitar rest for when you're working on your guitar. And then every year they put out new straps.
They
some
look
pretty
nice,
good looking. These
though.
are some pretty good looking ones.
They look really nice.
With the flower crown, I like that one. Even the Vintage Harvest, that looks pretty cool.
I like the flower crown too, though.
Yeah, this is gonna be a nightmare episode to edit tomorrow when I have to like screenshot all these images.
Oh well.
And then Mesa Boogie put out the '90s triple rectifier 150 watt amp head.
Okay.
And this is $3,699.
My peels. That's
and it
so
says
expensive.
once it's this is on Sweetwater right here. Once it sells out, it won't be restocked. So this is probably another limited release that they did, like they did the what was it, Triple C Plus or whatever, the James Hetfield amp last year. Yeah, a lot going on here. So looks like a Mesa Boogie to me. Let's see what sets this apart here. So introduced not long after the dual rectifier in 1992, the triple rec introduced a large power transformer, a total of 150 watts, additional pair of power tubes, and a third rectifier tube. In all, this meant more low-end growl and greater headroom for a more immediate picking response. The formula found its way into popular recordings in mid to late 90s, including Korn, Godsmack, Creed. Oh, good, this is the Creed amplifier.
Oh, Creed. Okay.
Cool. Testaments to the Gathering. Jesus. Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on here.
I know.
Bunch of bands have used this. So it's a spot-on reissue of the early 90s triple rec solo tube amp with some modern tweaks. Delivers aggressive lows, harmonic-rich highs, and meticulously scooped mids and redefined high-gain tone. 2 channels with orange, vintage, and modern red modes. with improved clean mode.
Okay.
Channel cloning applies to the sound of either mode or both channels. I don't know exactly what that means. Per channel 3-band EQ, master presence, and gain controls. Bold/spongy power switch for a Variac-like functionality.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a modern feature. Rectifier switch toggles between tube and silicone diode options.
Okay.
Bias switch allows you to swap between 2 different sets of power tubes. A slave output sends the sound of the preamp and power amp in a line level format, great for IR loaders. And of course, an effects loop.
Okay.
So if you got $3,700 to spare and you want that sound,
There you go. You go buy it.
Or you could jump on Craigslist and try to find someone's used one for $1,000 or less.
Man, you're showing me expensive things here.
Everything's expensive. So T-Rex they already did a Benson Echo Rec, but now they're putting out the Benson Stereophonica stereo drum delay. This thing is beautiful.
You know what's beautiful? The $3,000 that you had to spend
it cost
on
$3,000.
Sure, that's beautiful. What
on
does that do?
On the front panel here, it's a drum delay. So this is a spinning drum. It's probably the closest thing to an actual like oil can delay that you could get today.
Okay.
So you have these cool VU meters in the front, and then your knobs here are gain, echo tone. There is a switch for long and short. You have an echo knob, a speed knob, a repeat knob, and then you have repeat and swell as a toggle switch. Okay. And then out of the 4 heads on this thing, each one has a volume and balance control. And they have these cool green lights.
It looks expensive.
It is very expensive.
Is it worth it though?
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure it is to get that sound. So it features stereo iteration of the drum echo machine employed by Pink Floyd, Hank Marvin, John Bonham, and others. Delivers studio quality vintage delays up to only 530 milliseconds in this thing. It's not very long. 2 recording heads. Oh, it's only 2 heads with short and long delay, selectable via the short and long switch. So what are these 1 through 4 on the front?
The switchable playback heads?
Okay, yeah, it does have 4 switchable playback heads. Okay, that's what it is. Okay. So I was right. Each with its own dedicated volume and balance control. Adjustable drum speed of plus or minus 20% via the speed knob.
Okay.
Repeat and swell switch toggles between standard delay sounds and reverb-like overlapping echoes. Balanced in and out for studio applications, a dedicated instrument input, and MIDI. Oh, it has MIDI too. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I think this is worth it for a studio.
That's $3,000.
No one's putting this on their pedal board.
I don't think so.
It's pretty cool. T-Rex is the only people. They're not the only people. There's a couple other brands that are doing this kind of stuff, but
I guess you can always get it to special financing if you have $125 to spare per month. That's it.
This next one is one that I'm not happy about, and a lot of people are not happy about this.
Why?
This is the Endless from Polyend. I believe this is going to have a price tag of $299. Yeah, $299. Okay. Is the pre-order price, at least it might go up. This is an AI-powered pedal.
An AI power.
Mm-hmm. So,
but it has knobs.
And it's going to be an open source thing.
Okay.
And there's going to be an online community. It's going to be a microtransactional thing. So you buy the pedal, but then you got to buy or subscribe to the different effects. They have a bunch of presets they've already made for this thing.
Okay.
But essentially they're saying there's swappable front plates that you can put on this thing to indicate what you're using it as at any given time. So there's some like Rat Screamer, Doom, Glitch Loop, Vintage Cab, Multi-Drive, Pattern Tremolo, and so on.
Hold on.
Yes.
Sorry. This whole thing is like new to me.
Yeah.
So you're talking about you can change the plates. Like, do the plates have like something that
no. The plates are just decorative. Those are just if you're using it as a distortion, you want it to say distortion on the front.
Okay.
You can run this between 9 and 12 volts.
Okay.
You can use existing effects or create new ones and share them with the community. It can only run one effect at a time. There's a customizable expression pedal input, so you can program what the TRS output does when you're using expression pedal.
Okay.
They say stereo 48 kilohertz 24-bit audio with clean, low noise, studio-grade analog input and output preamps. Easy USB file transfer, simply drag and drop the patches. And GitHub repository, SDK examples to get you started with fully developing effects. So a lot of people are pissed about this because it's going to be...
Why?
Because
walk me through why.
Okay.
What's the issue?
Here's the thing. You can type in... This is... Okay, so we're watching on the screen right here. We're not going to be able to put this part on our screen for you guys to see. But essentially, it has like a chat GPT thing that they're calling the playground. And you type in, like, I want this really, glitchy lo-fi delay that has endless repeats. Okay. And it makes it for you with AI and you drag that into the pedal. What people are mad about is, like, one, a lot of people do not want AI in music whatsoever. But also, if this catches on and people move to this kind of platform, you're going to be putting a lot of people out of jobs potentially. That's true. Because the pedal industry is still, for the most part, small batch, well, even large batches, but like small companies. The biggest pedal companies have very few employees. I mean, JHS has like, 50 people or whatever. Earthquaker Devices around the same size. Electro Harmonics might have like 150 people. And so on. Of course, like places like Boss, where they have like, factories making that stuff. Like large scale factories. Of course, those things are built on a larger scale. But this could potentially upend things in the pedal industry. And a lot of people they don't want to mess with AI. They're tired of having AI shoved down their throat everywhere they look. Oh,
that's true.
But
hold on,
like, keep it off our pedal boards.
So I go on my phone. I have an app.
I don't know if it's a phone app. I think it's a computer app to start with. I don't know if there's a phone-friendly app yet.
So you can go on your computer. You go into this thing, this platform.
Yeah.
And you start typing just like on ChatGPT, like, I want to sound like Slash on this song, and make it repeat it like 40 times, like something like that.
So the example they're giving here says, give me a reverse delay that randomly randomly reverses the repeats.
Okay.
And then it generates it, and then you can download the effect, and it tells you what the knobs are going to do. Okay. It tells you what the foot switches are going to do. Like, and you could go more in depth. You could tell it exactly what you want it to do in less vague terms. Like you could say, give me a delay, but like you could say, give me a delay that does this with this knob, this with that knob, and so on. And the idea is cool. Like the fact that that's possible. But I'm worried about the negative implications of this for the pedal industry.
I'm assuming this is going to be really expensive.
It's $299 to buy initially. Okay. But then it seems like there is a microtransactional thing to use the community online. So again, this was a big thing when the Boss plug out came out last year. Okay. And there was a lot of people complaining about, it's a subscription based thing. It's not going to catch on. And it seems like that pedal has been selling. And you actually listed that as one of your favorite pedals of 2025. So I don't know. I think I need to know more about this before I can just like completely judge this. But I did. So far, my opinion of this is that I don't know. I just think that, it's a token system. That's what it is. They're calling it a token system. So we felt this is the best option for our users. No subscriptions, no cloud, no monthly fee. Pay to use it if you need it. So you buy tokens to use it. But they're saying you don't have to use tokens if you don't want to pay. So I don't know.
I mean, we're going to let you decide.
We need to see more of this outside of the context of NAMM and see more people actually trying this thing out and showing it.
Use it.
In real time and stuff. But again, I think there's going to be the negative reaction from a lot of people about just like people want AI away from their pedal board, away from their music. I don't know. I think it's interesting that this technology exists. I will say that. I think it's very interesting that it was inevitable.
But what's going to happen with the boutique pedals?
Exactly. That's I think my biggest concern with that is, what about the small builders that can't do this? They're still hand making analog fuzzes and overdrives and
And what about the new generation of kids?
Are
they even going to think about
a lot of these,
like boutique pedals?
I think what a lot of these new kids are going to want is this. Honestly, I think this is what a lot of young new players are going to want, is like, why do I want to search forever for the perfect overdrive if I can just
ask for it
type
and get it?
exactly
Yeah.
what I want, drag and drop?
Mm.
No, I'm somebody that I've always fought to find the right overdrive for me. That was an example I could apply to myself. Like, you know, I've been searching for years for the perfect overdrive. What if this thing could do it, you know? But again, I don't have a good opinion, I don't have a positive opinion of AI in general. So
I know.
We can leave this one at that. If you have anything else you want to say about it.
No.
Again, I think it's really interesting technology. I think this looks really cool. But again, I don't know. I got my opinions.
We just do it to the people.
Let us know in the comments what you guys think about this pedal in particular.
Okay.
Okay. I'll give you one moment here to load up this next one. All right. So this next one, I think, is one of the one of the best looking pedals out of NAMM this year. Now, I will say this too, while we're here. I didn't load up a whole lot of guitars for this episode. This is mostly going to be pedals and effects. There are a couple guitars in here.
Okay.
But mostly, this episode is going to focus on pedals because there's just so many of them.
Okay.
All right. So this is Mentaworks, a brand new company out of, I want to say it was Lithuania. We'll get that exact information here in a second. But this is the Monk Echo. I think this is a really cool looking pedal. This thing right really here is like almost like a screen. All these little LEDs that light up.
Okay.
And the way they move in like a grid pattern is really cool. So there's a macro control, this larger knob that controls like overall settings and stuff.
Okay.
But then you have wet and dry, reverb and delay time, feedback, which also controls reverb grains, distortion and degradation, modulation and fluctuation, selective vowel, which is auto vowel glide, and the monk voice. So what this can do is it adds almost like a chanting monk voice into the delays and reverbs and stuff. So it sounds like very like chambery. So it's really cool. I think it's a really. I saw a couple clips of people playing it and trying it out and stuff. It sounds really amazing.
Okay.
But I want to see exactly. It's already sold out.
It looks nice.
It looks beautiful.
I tell you that.
Now I want to see exactly where this company is based because I thought they said Lithuania, but I can't remember.
You might have to go to the bottom of the page.
Latvia. Sorry.
Latvia?
Yeah. So really cool. This does have MIDI in and outs as well. So you have 2 inputs, 2 outputs, which I'm assuming are stereo. The macro expression.
Okay.
That's pretty cool. I don't know. I think overall this is like one of the best looking pedals of the year so far of the new year. So yeah, that one's really cool. Again, I didn't think I saw a price. Do you see a price?
That's a really good question.
It just says currently sold out. I don't know if it's actually gone out for sale yet. Let's see, store.
Oh, $480.
That's a good price for this.
But it's out of stock.
This is a completely unique pedal. But I don't know if it's out of stock or they just haven't actually released it for sale yet. But whenever it's available again, $480 US.
Oh, but there's something for USA. No sales tax added.
Flat shipping fee at checkout. Okay.
Okay.
No. And the flat shipping covers the sales, import fees, and everything. So
okay.
No additional fees upon delivery.
All right.
Cool. All right. Now the folks at Betronics put out the Pollinator Hazy Delay.
I always love their designs.
So this is a pre-order for $249.
Okay.
Looks like it starts shipping around February 17th. So let's learn about this thing. Cool looking pedal as always.
They always have really cool designs.
Time, mix, feedback, modulation. And then there is the selector switch in the middle with 8 modes. And modes 1 through 4 are filters that get applied to your delay.
Okay.
And then 5 through 8 are different tremolos that could be applied to your delay signal. So really cool. I always like the stuff that they do, like these enamel tops on the pedals and stuff. Really cool. So again, that's $249. There's a lot more to go.
You told me it was going to be an hour.
I think it still will be.
Okay.
Revv has a new pedal. This is the Dirt Dog, which is a collaboration with Joey Landreth.
Who's that?
He's a guitarist.
Okay.
From the band Bros Landreth. So they're a Canadian-based band, I believe.
$199 is the pedal.
Yeah, and he's got a signature amp with them, so it makes sense. He also has a signature pedal with Mythos pedals. So yeah, $199, and I saw there was a couple different versions of it. Looks like they have like special limited edition versions, but it's the same pedal, different colors.
Okay.
Really cool looking. Gain, level, bite, and tone are your controls. So,
okay.
Yeah, we'll find out more about that later on. And then this is not what I meant to click on.
But we're going to talk about it, aren't we?
No, it's not the thing.
Oh, it's not what we're going to talk about?
Hold on. Ooh. So last year, Tone King, I believe it was last year, it might have been late 2024. Tone King put out the Imperial preamp.
Okay.
Which was like a pedal version 2 powered DI and preamp of their Imperial amp.
Okay.
So this year they have put out the Royalist, which is the same format. One of their amps, the Royalist, made in this form. So it's just another companion to go in that series.
$599.99.
So the Imperial is $599.99. So I'm assuming the Royalist will be the same price, but we'll find out. So really cool, very similar feature set to the Imperial, but again, just with the tonality of the Royalist. Okay. And this one, I don't know about this one.
You expressed your opinion earlier this week when you saw it.
So Way Huge is celebrating 30 years.
Okay.
Of the Way Huge Jumbo Fuzz Swollen Pickle. So I always thought it was called the Swollen Pickle Jumbo Fuzz, but this one is called Jumbo Fuzz Swollen Pickle. So I don't know. So it's the Swollen Pickle Triple X, and it's just a special edition version of the Swollen Pickle.
What is it exactly you don't like?
I guess the colors. I guess I just don't like the color choices. It almost looks like a circus tent to me.
It does.
I don't know what it's supposed to be, but or a popcorn bag, bag maybe. I don't know. Even the text, the font looks like a circus kind of thing.
It really does.
So it's $200. It's gonna sound great because the Swollen Pickle is a great sounding take on the Big Muff. So there you go. Next up, I don't have a whole lot of information on this one yet, but Crazy Tube Circuits. All their stuff always looks good, sounds good. This is the, let's see if I can pronounce it right the first time, Triptychon. So this is an overdrive, a fuzz, a distortion. It's got a lot of knobs, and it's really cool. And it also looks like it has some kind of octave feature. That I'm not entirely sure of. It looks like it might have up and down octave. I don't know. I don't understand this thing. It does say octave, doesn't it?
I think so.
So we have to find out more about this once it's actually like available.
It has like a lot going on. Like drive, fuzz, gain, tone, voice, master, volume.
Yeah.
Like.
And then there is an external foot switch for this thing as well. So you can have up to 3 foot switches. So there's a lot going on here. And as soon as we can get more information on this, we will have it for you guys. And then Sonicake with their website that looks like Temu.
$94.99
is the Smart Box. This is a multi-effects processor BT. Oh, is it Bluetooth powered? It is.
What does that do though?
So it looks like you have some drum effects built into this thing. But it is a white box digital modeling technology with third-party NAMM and IR support. So you can import third-party models and cabs and stuff into this thing, delivering more natural-like amp tone and deeper sound customization than the Pocket Master that they came out with last year or the year before.
Okay.
130 plus high-quality effects with 9 simultaneous effect blocks, plus dedicated module select buttons for faster or more intuitive on-device control. You can store 100 presets, 100 drum rhythms, 20 seconds of looping time, a tuner, a metronome, independent headphone output, and fully flexible signal chain. USB audio interface with loopback and reamp technology. You can connect it to your iOS or Android phone, wired and wireless BT MIDI, and expression foot switch control for external expression. Dang, this thing does a lot for $95.
I was gonna say that's quite cheap.
And people really loved the Pocket Master little headphone amp that they put out. So this seems like it's just like a larger pedal version of that with some more features.
But it has one review that is just 3 stars. I wonder what was it that they didn't like.
It says looper to sync with drums and auto record. I had the Pocket Master, gave it to my nephew. I was hoping the one will auto record, jamming the looper. My sole purpose for having this device is convenient practice anywhere. I already have the headrush prime for professional stage, blah, 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 blah.
You're not reading?
Because I don't know if this... I think he's leaving... Okay, when did he leave this review? 1/22/26. So this is actually already for sale in some places.
That was 2 days ago.
May you guys please add the auto record and sync drums to the looper on the... I'm not sure exactly what they're asking for. They're complaining about the looper and the drum machine not working correctly
That person
together.
is asking for them to add something else.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to. But yeah, I mean, for $95, it's a good little practice tool. I'm sure some people can use this live or find some used to use this in a band setting.
Okay.
Why not? This one, I'm not excited about this one either.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know why they keep putting out EVH brand stuff. Like, the dude is no longer around, and they just keep putting this brand of products with his name on it, and it's just like, you know, like, would he have signed off on this pedal? I don't know. And yeah, you can argue that, like, you know, well, Fender still puts Leo Fender's name on stuff. You know, they still put Les Paul on the Gibson Les Paul. You know, stuff like that. But, like, specifically, something about the EVH brand always bothers me. I don't know what it is. I don't know.
Okay.
And you can't say anything negative about it because then the EVH fans, like, they come out of the woodwork and they attack you online, which is probably going to happen after this video comes out. But this is the EVH Modern High Gain. I really do enjoy the look of this brushed metal enclosure. And of course, it's a MXR EVH collaboration because they do all the EVH pedals.
But what is it exactly that bothers you? Is it the pedal in general? Or
no, I'm sure this is a great sounding pedal for high gain distortion sound. I just don't know if this is something that he actually would have used had he been around. We don't know.
Who's EVH?
Eddie Van Halen.
Oh.
I'm actually surprised they didn't put the stripes and stuff all over this. I'm sure they'll put out a version with it. But your controls are output, bass, mid, treble, gain. You have a little push button for boost. You have a 3-way toggle for 55 hertz, 80 hertz, and it's the shift knob. It's a 2-way.
It's shift, yeah.
So 55 hertz or 80 hertz. It's where your bass is set. And then you have a gate control. So it's cool that it's a high gain pedal with a built-in gate. Really useful. For $270 though, you might be able to find some other options. But for $270, you might not be able to find another option that has a built-in gate. So,
and I just realized something.
Yeah.
I asked you who was EVH, correct?
Yeah.
And he says right there, Eddie Van Halen.
It says it right in the yeah. Okay, I actually misspoke. I didn't read the full description either. Because it says design and direct collaboration with Eddie Van Halen in 2015.
Oh my gosh.
I take it all back.
Oh
my mistake.
Gosh.
He actually did approve of this pedal.
They are gonna cancel us, Andrew.
He actually did approve. So I apologize. But no,
never mind.
See, this is the thing about there being so many NAMM releases is that usually week to week I do a lot of research on a lot of the stuff that we talk about. Like I read everything I can, watch videos on everything I can from week to week. This week I didn't have time to watch videos on every single thing. But apparently, yeah, he helped design this in 2015. I don't know why it didn't come out until 11 years later. But
direct collaboration with him. Okay, just
so it's weird that it didn't come out for another 11 years. But I think it's a great looking pedal. I'm glad they didn't put the stripes and stuff all over this because the brushed metal looks really nice.
So the answer to your question is when you say you wish he would have approved, is approved.
My big thing in general is like I just don't like signature gear.
Okay.
I think that's my big complaint is I'm not a big fan of chasing an artist's sound. That's just me personally. But, you know, it's there for people that like it.
All right.
Speaking about chasing people's sound, Laney Amplifiers put out the Super Grace loud pedal
Okay.
amplifier pedal. So,
okay.
this is $629.99. This is a
Okay.
Billy Corgan signature pedal.
Okay.
So it is
Who's
designed Smashing Pumpkins.
Oh.
Designed in collaboration with alt-rock legend Billy Corgan, the Laney Super Grace Loud Pedal is a 60-watt amplifier pedal that melds modern high-gain modern high-gain precision of the Karstens Grace with the raw, British-flavored muscle of the Laney supergroup. This pedalboard Ready B straddles two distinct worlds, articulate harmonic-laden clarity for clean to extreme gain on the Grace side, for uncompressed, aggressive crunch with tight low end on the supergroup side.
Okay.
Both faithfully recreated from their namesake amps. Additionally, you get a flexible EQ section, foot switchable boost feature, and an onboard reverb for quick, intuitive tone shaping. Moreover, the Super Grace Loud Pedal features an LAIR-equipped DI output, bolstered by preloaded IRs of Billy's preferred cabinets, while USB-C connectivity supplies you with latency-free audio for streaming to your DAW. You can also run backing tracks through the 3.5mm aux input jack, switch all the foot switchable features via MIDI, and you can practice through headphones. There is a transformer balanced effects loop, dual line level outputs, and a flexible loudspeaker output. So, despite this being a signature piece of gear, this does give you essentially the sound of two different amps. You have built-in boost and reverb, and it is a 60-watt amplifier. So, all you need is a speaker cabinet, but it also can run to your DAW. So, really cool. Laney has had a couple of these already.
Okay.
Pretty cool. I mean, it's not typical to see Billy Corgan put his name on something. So, he has a Reverend guitar. He has some signature pickups. I think this might be his only other signature piece of gear. And growing up, I was a huge fan of the Smashing Pumpkins. They were a big influence on me playing guitar.
What happened?
A lot of people are not a fan of him personally.
Oh.
He's a character.
Okay.
Yeah, he's quite a character. I'm not saying it happened to me. I still think his first 4 albums were really good.
Okay.
But and some of his later albums are pretty good too. I don't know. He's got quite a personality, and there's a reason why he hasn't kept all of his original band members. That being said, though, I think this is probably going to be a cool piece of gear. Again, I'm not a fan of signature gear, so it might not be people's favorite choice of these two amps in particular in one box. It's really specific to this one guy. But the fact that one is a higher gain and one is a medium gain, I think a lot of people could make use of this.
Okay.
And for $629.99 for it being a power amp, that's pretty cool, I guess.
All right.
What do you think about it?
I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know the guy personally either.
Well, I don't
so
either.
I don't
know him personally either. This is the Neural DSP Quad Cortex Mini. This is one of the most talked about things from this past week. This is what people thought the Nano Cortex was going to be.
Okay.
Do you remember that one? It had no screen. It was like a big gray box.
I don't remember that one.
Let me see if I can find it for you real quick. Well, here's a picture of the full-size Quad Cortex.
Okay.
Next to the Mini. So essentially you get the same screen that you have on the full-size one, but then everything is just kind of compacted. You don't have the 8-foot switches or 10-foot switches. You have 4.
Well, that Mini has a big price.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're essentially getting almost everything that you would get in the full-size one, just in a smaller format.
Okay.
Again, this is what a lot of people thought the Nano was going to be, but the Nano seemed like a real big step back. But the Nano is also half the price of this.
Okay.
So, $1,400 for the Quad Cortex Mini. A lot of people seem excited about it. So,
okay.
It's more portable for sure.
So same thing, just smaller.
Yeah, same functionality and everything. Same exact ecosystem as the other Quad Cortex, the big one. But yeah, this is a big talked about thing this week. Again, I'm not big on the modelers and stuff, but it seems like a cool option. Speaking of modelers, Blackstar has entered the modeling game with 3 units, all at the same time, putting out 3 units. They have the IDX amps, so now they're moving into a floor unit.
Okay.
So there's the IDX Floor 1, the IDX Floor 2, and the IDX Floor 3. The 1 is $269.99. The 2 is $319.99. And the 3 is $399.99. And the 2 and the 3 both have the expression pedal built in. So it looks like the difference between the 1 and 2 is probably just that foot switch, or the foot expression pedal. And then the 3 has a lot more buttons and knobs and stuff. So let's take a look at the 3.
That's the most expensive one,
That's the most expensive one, $400. That's actually pretty cheap for a modeler. You get a voice control that goes from clean warm, clean bright, crunch, super crunch, overdrive 1, overdrive 2. Your controls are gain, volume, bass, middle, treble, and ISF, which is like their knob that they've been putting on a lot of their amps to go between an American tone and a British tone.
Okay.
So like a Fender to like a Vox or a Marshall kind of thing. There are 4 different types of effects, it looks like. So pre-effects, modulation, delay, and reverb. And you have a bunch of different controls and parameters for that. There's a master volume. You have different responses that you can choose between for different types of tubes that you're emulating.
Okay.
And then you have a voice control for the different amps that you're switching between. So different banks of amps. But yeah, reverb, delay, modulation, pre-effects, which I'm assuming is probably like your compression and stuff. And then you have channel 1, channel 2, and channel 3 buttons that you can choose between for different banks. A tap tempo, and then of course that expression control at the top. And then you could set that to volume, wah, or custom. So it seems like you get a lot of features in this thing. And we'll just have to see how this works out, because they're putting it out at an affordable price for sure. And like I said,
but definitely it's kind of risky to put 3 out at the same time.
It is, yeah. You'd think try it out and then build upon that, but
I don't know.
They're trying
people
it out.
might rather to want one more than the others.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But it's stereo. You can use it for guitar and bass. Get a bunch of effects and everything in there. So, and it does have XLR outputs. You have 1/4-inch output. You have a headphone output. It's all the stuff you would expect at this point. MIDI, XLR. You could probably run this straight to your DAW, I'm assuming. Let's see. Yeah. So it's cool that almost every piece of gear these days can just go directly out as like your interface. So yeah, $269 to $399 on those. We missed this one last week, Vox. We covered the fuzz that they put out.
Okay.
But in the same series, they have a $150 treble booster.
Nice.
And then the one that I think this is the thing I'm most excited about is the Yamaha Pacifica
we talked
Telecaster
about
style
Yamaha.
guitars are out.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think these are really cool. They got 2 different models, it looks like.
Oh my, there's so many different colors.
A bunch of different colors, yeah.
Wow.
But I think it's just 2 different models.
Is
So
it
you
all?
have the standard series and the professional series. So the standard series is $1,000, and the professional series is $2,200. So I'm excited because if you've watched the show before, I'm a huge fan of the older Pacifica Telecasters, and it's been like impossible to find one. So when they announced that these were going to be coming out, I was like, oh cool, they're going to have one in like the lower end. They don't, not yet. So I was hoping for somewhere in the mid range, you know, like even like $350 to $650 or something. But no, the cheapest they have is $1,000.
Dude, the Yamaha Pacifica, the professional version.
Yeah.
The ash pink.
That's the color I would want.
That is beautiful.
Either one. They have it in both versions.
That is beautiful.
And you can get any of these models with either the maple fretboard or the rosewood fretboard, which is really cool. So they're offering so many options.
Beautiful.
I would probably go with the maple fretboard, to be honest.
Why?
I don't know. I think it looks cool.
You like more? Oh, I don't know.
You know, I like them both.
I like both of them.
If I were to get one, I would go with the $1,000 one for sure instead of the $2,200 one. But yeah, because I don't know what more you really get. I mean, you get like the carve on there, but whatever. I think the $1,000 one is probably pretty cool. And you get the humbucker in the neck position and regular tele style pickup in the bridge. So
there's so many really different colors though.
Yeah. Even this yellow one is pretty cool.
I would say so.
I was hoping they'd put it out in a cheaper model, but you know, is what it is. All right, next up, Old Blood Noise Endeavors. Has a Emily Hopkins signature pedal. So Emily, the harp lady, she put out a pedal with Old Blood Noise. This is the Parting.
I like the
Really
design.
crazy artwork. Looks like it's $329, so it is a glitch pedal. And it combines chance-based delay or reverb, modulations, degradation effects, and randomized clock changes to give pleasant surprises at each turn of a knob. Happy with many different signal sources, consider it ready to be, or your ready-made ambient texturizer.
Okay.
So pretty cool. Stereo in and outs, trails of true bypass switching, programmable presets, expression control over every knob, and MIDI.
Go to the colors. I want to see what are the colors available.
It's the purple, the green, and the gray. But what do they call them? Oh,
yeah,
purple, green, and stone. And then you can buy an expression ramper to go with it, in a special colorway for this. So that one's $84. Really cool. Okay. I watched a couple videos. It sounds great. And then Brian Wampler teased something for NAMM. Not really sure what this is, but it's the sneak peek at something we've been perfecting for a year or two now. I've secretly been working on. I've often been asked what we were going to come out with, an IR loader or amp modeler of some sort. He says, I didn't do just that. It's hard to make a better IR loader than the ones that are already out there, he says. It sounds better if the IR is better, all things being equal. And I didn't want to just come out with another modeler, even though neural amp modeling is so much easier these days. So I'm not really sure what this is. It's like a power amp that you can load different IRs into, I believe.
So it seems like they partner with Synergy amps?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it says we've designed something really good. In fact, it's now patent protected.
Nice.
So he says, I'll give you more info over the next few days, but as it stands right now, probably the best thing that we've ever created. That's a big statement to make. It seems like a lot of people are very excited for this thing. Again, I'm not entirely sure what it's going to do. It's called the Pedalhead Machine Learning Power Amp. So I'm assuming you can import a bunch of different IRs and stuff into this thing, or a bunch of different amp sims. And this is a power amp for it. So really cool. All right, so that's that one. I don't know anything about pricing or when exactly it's actually coming out.
Okay.
But it was announced for NAMM. And then Jad Freer has announced I'm probably going to say this wrong, the Luce? However you pronounce it. It's light in Italian.
Okay.
They've got this cool new transformer-based tube DI.
Well, it's so loud. Yeah, at least the first batch.
First batch is already sold out.
Yeah.
So you get a little tube in there, and it's a unity gain, 2 preamp, and active summing box. So really cool studio tool. 385 euros. I think it's cool. I just wanted to touch on that one real quick. This is another one that a lot of people are excited about. Warm Audio has released their first ever signature pedal. This is the FLF drive, so the Fluff drive, in partnership with Ryan Fluff Bruce he's formerly in the band Dragged Under, I believe, but he is Riff Beards and Gear on YouTube. So really cool YouTube channel. $199 for this. They have it in 2 colors. They got teal or white.
I like teal.
That's my favorite color. It's a signature pedal based on an 80s Maxon overdrive that's very hard to find. So they based it on that circuit and then really modified it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And
how much was that?
$200.
$199. Okay.
It's always cool to see another overdrive on the market. And let's just do one last one, and then we'll gather our thoughts for next week and probably have another batch of stuff, get some more guitars and stuff. Tech 21 announced the SansAmp Elite. So this is a programmable bass driver. I think there might also be a guitar version. I might be wrong. But programmable bass driver Elite preamp pedal. Okay. So the SansAmp is famous, both the guitar and bass models, the original versions, for being some of the earliest DI amp modeling. They're analog amp modeling from the 90s. Kurt Cobain used one for guitar. A lot of bass players have used SansAmps over the years. But this one is a digital programmable version. So who knows if this will hold up to the original tone that is known and loved by people everywhere. But your controls are drive, low, mid, high, presence. That doubles as an ambience control. All these have dual features, so your drive becomes a preamp filter or a preamp control. Low is a filter, mid is a frequency control, high is a Q knob. You have a comp and blend control that also turn into ratio and chorus.
Okay.
You can save presets. There's a master level control. There's a tuner. You got 3 foot switches on this thing. And of course, you got sends and returns. So effects loop. You have MIDI in and out. You have the XLR out as expected from a SansAmp. This thing is priced at $299, so very affordable for being a preamp, overdrive, chorus pedal, filter, tuner, has an effects loop, has the XLR output transformer. So $300 is cheap for all the features this offers.
You say that's cheap?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, what do you think about that one? It looks kind of bulky, but
it kind of does.
Yeah.
I always think when a pedal is that shape, like, is it easier to?
I guess like the wedge design, it can be for some people.
Oh.
But this also for some bass players, this might be an all-in-one, all they need. So.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the last one I gathered for today. There's just so many.
We talk about a lot of stuff.
If you hung in here with us through the whole thing, we appreciate it. If you had to watch it in parts, I understand.
Fine. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. This is always going to be our big one of the year, I think.
There's just so
and
many
it's funny
releases.
because it's only been 58 minutes, and it feels like it's been 2 hours.
What was your favorite release, though?
My favorite? I really like the Pacifica, but going back through some of these, I don't know.
All of them. That's what
I wouldn't say all of them. There's some that I definitely did not like, but I keep that to myself.
Okay.
What was your favorite?
Definitely the Pacifica.
Yeah. We've got 2 Pacificas in this house. we're a Yamaha family around here.
I mean, I grew up with a Yamaha. That's like the Colombian brand. Okay, that's like you go to a store in Colombia and they sell Yamahas.
I mean,
so I grew up with that.
That's where I bought my Pacifica, and I still need to do a video on that. The Pacifica that I bought when we went to Colombia.
It's just familiar to me.
Yeah.
So seeing like an ash pink.
Yeah,
Yamaha,
I think that's beautiful.
It looks so beautiful. It looks so beautiful. I don't play the guitar, but I want it. It looks nice.
I think the Monk Echo and the Pacifica are my 2 favorites of what we talked about today.
Okay.
I think the Vox treble booster is kind of cool too, just because I love treble boosters. But yeah, I'd have to go with the Pacifica, and I think the $1,000 one. That's right where I'm sitting at. I don't think I would even want to spend the extra $1,100 to get the $2,200 one.
You know what? One that I think that is beautiful because you know that I'm like really into design. The Emily pedal.
Where's that one? Oh, the Old Blood Noise, the Parting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think it's cool. It's just
really
not
nice.
a piece of gear that I could find myself using.
Well, yeah.
I like the way it sounds, but that's not the kind of pedal that I play.
Yeah.
So yeah. I think that's it.
That's all we have.
If you guys like this episode, as usual, feel free to like and subscribe and comment on the video. We want to know what your favorite releases were. What did we not talk about that you want to hear us cover next week, or things that maybe we missed altogether? Again, this was mostly a pedal-based episode. There were a ton of new guitars at NAMM, and we covered a lot of them prior to this episode, but then companies are bringing that stuff to NAMM. Unfortunately, we have no idea what the new Fenders are going to be this year, because that is like a private event. When they go to NAMM, it's like a private thing. Gibson also had like a private thing there, I guess. Seems like there's a bunch of new PRSs coming out too. The Ed Sheeran one that we talked about last week that was speculative about if it was going to come out.
Well, it was
true. Yeah, and it's like $1,600. So that's out. Other than that, yeah, feel free to leave us a comment down below and tell us what was your favorite, what was your least favorite. What do you think about that AI pedal? That's the thing I really want to
You're
know.
like worried about that.
I
like
am, because we've gotten to know a lot of small pedal builders that like that's just a slap in the face to them, and maybe they're excited. I don't know, but yeah. On that note, I guess we'll catch you next week.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.